Hello and welcome back. My name is Sean, also known as ChilliChump. Have you ever had a problem with your chili plants where the flowers are just not setting fruit? Well, in today's video, we're going to discuss why that happens and also how to fix it. The most important thing you need to know is that chili plants can self-pollinate. That means you can have a single chili plant and it can provide you with tons of chilies without having any other chili plants nearby. The second thing you need to know is that chili plants are highly promiscuous. That means they don't care what other varieties of chilies are pollinating them. Most of the time they'll set fruit just fine. Now, just a little tip. If you do get a sweet pepper pollinated by a super hot pepper, it doesn't mean that your peppers are going to turn out super hot on the sweet plant, but it does mean that the seeds potentially will produce a plant that is going to be hotter the next season. So that's one of the bad things about the fact that they are promiscuous. Isolating your chilies can be a bit of a challenge. In fact, I'll share a video up top which will show you how you can isolate if you do want to ensure that you're getting a specific variety the next season. Now, let's talk about actually setting fruit. The number one reason why your chili flowers are not setting fruit is because of a lack of humidity. Now, this is especially true if you're growing indoors where the typical home has about 40 to 50% humidity levels, and even lower if you have heating or air conditioning on. In that sort of environment, your chili plants are going to just drop their flowers constantly. Flowers fundamentally have the same parts, no matter what plants you're looking at. In the center is a stigma, and at the tip of the stigma is a little sticky pad. That sticky pad is what allows the pollen to stick to it and in effect pollinate the flower. In the case of our chili plants, this means that you're going to be setting some spicy fruit. Now, if the humidity level is not high enough, then unfortunately that sticky pad is not going to be as sticky, it's not going to be able to collect enough pollen, and you're unlikely to set fruit with that flower. Now, humidity plays other parts as well in a healthy reproductive system, but that's fundamentally one of your major problems that you're going to have with a lack of humidity. Luckily, the fix for this is really simple. All you need is a spray bottle that can spray water in a fine mist. Now, I'm using a 5-liter bottle here because I have a lot of plants to do, but you can use a normal handheld sprayer. As long as it can spray in a fine mist, you'll be perfectly fine. The water I use is the same water that I use for watering my chili plants, and that's my rainwater that comes off the roof of my greenhouses. But you can use tap water, that's fine as well. You're just trying to increase the humidity levels. I spray once in the morning and once in the afternoon, and if you're indoors, then you spray throughout the day. Every time you go past your plant, just give it a quick misting, and you'll be setting fruit in no time at all. Once you've sorted out your humidity levels, the next step is to pollinate your flowers. Now, this is actually the easiest step and you shouldn't have to get involved, but this is the step that people tend to rush to before anything else when their flowers are dropping off their plants or they're not setting fruit. They go and they'll get an electric toothbrush and start rubbing it up against the stem of the plant, try and get it to vibrate and get all the pollen to drop. Go ahead and do that if you want, that's fine, but honestly, that's not really necessary. All that you do need to do, if anything at all, is when you're looking at your plants once a day or once every other day, give them a little shake and the pollen will dislodge and it will pollinate those flowers. I've never manually pollinated my flowers. If I have a specific plant that might be a rare type, maybe I'll go and I'll manually pollinate with a Q-tip or earbud, whatever you call it. And that's about it. Other than that, I'll give my plants a bit of a shake, the pollen dislodges, and you end up getting some chilies. It really is as simple as that. But number one thing is sort out your humidity levels first. Ever since I started my YouTube channel, I've been getting questions around flower drop and why flowers aren't setting fruit, and I've always given the exact same advice as I've just given you. This tip has always helped, and I hope it helps you out as well. Let me know in the comments below if it does, and if it doesn't as well, let me know, but give it a try for at least a week and you should see your flowers starting to set fruit. I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Until then, stay spicy.